How's it going, guys, and welcome to another video. In this video, I will be speaking about one of the most important domains of cybersecurity, and that is network security. So if you're thinking of getting into the network security domain, either transitioning from a network engineer or just looking to get into cybersecurity via this route, then this video is perfect for you because I'll be speaking about the domain in general. What are the salaries like? What are the pathways you've got to take? What are the certifications you've got to do, courses, everything. So make sure you watch this video till the very end. To those that are new to the channel, my name is Royden and I've been working as a cybersecurity professional, especially in the network security domain, for a little over 3 years now, and I absolutely love this domain. There's a great saying that's going around, which is the internet is the new battlefield. What you mean by this is that every business, every cloud service, every app, in your own homes, your smart TVs, your phones, your laptops, everything is connected to the network and to the internet. And hey, attackers know about this. And as a result of this, cyber attacks targeting core network infrastructure has grown dramatically, which involves BGP hijacking, DDoS attacks, network based ransomware delivery, cloud misconfigurations, IoT device exploitations, etc. All of these threats exist before you can actually get to an application or an endpoint or a user. And as a result of this, it's glaring that you've got to be able to secure the network first. As a result of this, companies need professionals that know the functioning of the network at a deep level, what the traffic flows are like, what are the architectures, what are the tools that you can use, etc. And this is where network security engineers come into the picture. Hence, you can see there's such an important use case in order to be a network security professional, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. Before we proceed with the rest of this video, let's have a look at Sevalla. Sevalla is an all-in-one platform as a service that allows you to deploy apps, static sites, or even full databases, and that too without any crazy pricing or tier limits. It's very easy to get started with Sevalla. You just go to the website, and when you're signing up, you get a $50 credit as well that you can use to spin up your own databases or sites, for example. As you log into the website, you can see it's a nice central dashboard through which you can deploy applications. And there's also a template section where you can go in and spin up your own website within minutes. In this case, I'm going to be deploying my own WordPress website. So all I do is just go to templates, click on the template that I want, and within a few minutes, I get my WordPress site up and running. And it's great for someone with little to no coding experience because you don't need to worry about writing code, GitHub setups, etc. Everything is done for you in one go. And because it runs on Kubernetes and Cloudflare's global network across 25 different regions, it's packed with performance and reliability. And security-wise as well, it's backed by Kinsta, which means enterprise-grade security and built-in compliances like ISO 27001, GDPR, etc. The good thing about Sevalla is that there are no hidden fees or prices, and you literally pay for only what you use. So if you're looking to explore cloud deployment and are looking for a platform that's easy, straightforward, and trickery free, then I'd highly recommend you to check Sevalla out. The link is going to be in the description of this video. Coming back to network security, it's becoming more important than ever. We're entering an era where organizations are connected, you've got apps, you've got systems, everything is on the network, and companies are not just asking, hey, do you have antivirus installed? Or that's not the goal. The goal now is, or the questions that are asked now is your network segmenting traffic? What are the different types of devices you got at a network level that are filtering traffic, like firewalls, IDSs, IPSs? Where exactly are you feeding your network logs into what SIEM solutions? How are you reading it? How are you alerting on it, etc.? And to be honest, network security roles are expanding past just firewalls and routers. In today's day and age, you have a lot of zero trust network architecture. You've got identity driven network controls. And now, even more, you've got AI driven network detection and response. So, in short, it's not shrinking, rather, this domain is ever evolving. And as a result of this, it kind of future proofs the role of a network security engineer. Now, let's talk money and opportunity, and this is a big one. Network security engineers, architects, analysts appear on every list of the high demand cybersecurity jobs. And if you think, why is that so? The reason is because not a lot of cybersecurity professionals have a great understanding of the network. And as a result of this, that combination drives up demand and salaries at the same time. In many regions, network security engineers can easily get salaries between $100,000 to $150,000, and for network security architects, that easily goes between $150,000 to $200,000, let's say, for example. And these salaries are even higher for someone who has a hybrid understanding of, let's say, cloud networking as well as network security. Therefore, if you want a high paying, stable, and long term career, then network security is a great choice for you. Okay, so now let's get to the part of how exactly you become a network security engineer. If I was to be a network security engineer, let's say from scratch, these are the things I would do. I would start off by doing the CCNA. Now, along with the CCNA, there is a comparison certification, which is the CompTIA Network Plus. However, if you want to be a network security engineer, you need to have really good foundational knowledge within networking. And while the CompTIA Network Plus is great, the CCNA just focuses a little bit more on the actual networking that's used in organizations on a more professional level. Yes, it's vendor specific, but the amount of knowledge that you can get from it is immeasurable. I would definitely do the certification as well, because if you want to be a network security engineer, you need to have the god of all foundational networking certifications, which is the CCNA. So I would start off with that. I would use CPT Nuggets as a video playlist. You can also use your own video playlist that you like let's say, for example, Jeremy IT on YouTube. Along with this, I would also do the official guide. And once I do this, do some practice exams from Boson and some hands-on labs using Cisco Packet Tracer, get that good practical knowledge in, and ultimately go and give the CCNA and hopefully get that certification that I can then add to my resume. Once you do the CCNA, and let's say, for example, you get a network engineer role, then you should focus on the CompTIA Security Plus. The reason for that is because the CompTIA Security Plus will give you a good understanding of cybersecurity in general. So you can sort of merge the learnings from both of these certifications, which is the CCNA and the Security Plus, to then get the fundamentals of networking as well as the fundamentals of cybersecurity. However, this is not where you stop, because network security is a very specialized domain. And in order to get into this domain, you've got to have some certifications that are more focused towards network security itself. And one of the most important concepts within network security is firewalls. And hence, when you're looking at firewalls, you've got to do a couple of good firewall certifications. Now, when it comes to firewalls as well, there are plenty of vendors in the industry, which include Palo Alto, Fortinet, Checkpoint, etc. I strongly consider Palo Alto to be the cream of network security and firewalls in the industry, then followed by Fortinet and Checkpoint. Therefore, try and get a good Palo Alto certification. Palo Alto has released its new certification tracks for network security. The link is going to be in the description. You can go check it out. They've also got some free training around this as well, which you can check on their websites. If not, again, on Udemy or on YouTube, you've got plenty of courses that can help teach you the video library for the Palo Alto certifications. Once you're done with that, go and give the exam. Make sure you get the Palo Alto certification on your resume and you're good to go. But one thing to keep in mind is that don't just study, because when you're learning all of these concepts, you got to make sure that you're also applying it in hands-on practice. And as a result of this, you can then look at simulators like GNS3 or EVE-NG, in which you can set up these Palo Alto devices and literally practice hands-on. If not, you can also sign up to like Azure Marketplace, I think it is, where you can get a Palo Alto instance for certain amount of free credits, and then you can use that to practice once again hands-on practical experience with these Palo Alto or other firewall devices. So there you go. Network security is one of the most important domains of cybersecurity. And in this video, we've also looked at what the salaries are like, how exactly you get into the domain. If you want a more detailed roadmap, I've got a separate video covering that on this channel. The link is going to be in the description. You can go check that out for a complete focused network security roadmap only. If you found this video helpful, do comment what you think about the resources that I discussed, the certifications, or what are other things you would do differently. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.